Hey folks, and welcome back to part 4. Going to be taking a little bit of a walk through Nupraptor's retreat proper. Smack the hell out of the bitch himself. Try and not get killed in all the puddles of wee and blue globy shit on the floor. Oh, green globy shit now, fair enough. As you can tell, the background music's getting a bit annoying. I think they're trying to show madness in a audio form. It's coming across as quite a bit of noise, which is unfortunate. Still, I'm sure we'll manage. Fucking hell, that's a big jump. Switch, okay. Go Wolfie and jump across the piss. Nupraptor, of course, being guardian of the mind. One of the continuing themes in the game is madness kind of infecting the rest of the circle the whole way through, which eventually causes the downfall of the pillars. Not good, really. Not sure what that statue's for. But yeah, between the attacks on the circle, Nupraptor's madness, death of the balance guardian, it kind of signs a death certificate for Nosgoth, really. And unfortunately, it doesn't really take much reading between the lines to tell that it was probably planned. I think that much was obvious from the opening video.
You dare intrude upon my sanctuary? Can I not mourn in peace? Leave and let my solitude be complete.
That, I guess, was Nupraptor then. I'm guessing the Guardian of the Mind has, I don't know, asthma in a wheelchair? Something like that. Suppose it makes sense. Mentally very capable, physically not. Sounds like most mages in RPGs. These guys are vaguely annoying. If you spam attacks on them, there's a little bit of a pause every 4 attacks, and Kain either laughs or does his VAE VICTAS thing. So they have a chance to shoot out that weird flame tongue thing at you.
VAE VICTAS!
Only takes 1 hit after it, so it's not such a big deal, but it is vaguely annoying. Yeah, another switch puzzle. Let's see if we can open that door. Oh, I don't think we did. I didn't hear the clunky clicky thing that it plays. Nope.
You are lost beyond all hope. You cannot see my plight, for you have so shut.
Try and travel a little bit faster. That's the one. Oh, for God's sakes. Arrow in my face. Turn into wolf form, run into every trap on the bloody way. I actually find wolf kind of uncontrollable in a way. It's too fast compared to the normal rate of Kain's movement. kind of knocks you off for a little bit. Okay, just one switch this time, thankfully. Can't underestimate the use of a lightning bolt.
I came upon one of Nupraptor's serving girls, catatonic with fear, choking out half words through bloodied, broken teeth. Although tempted by hunger, I stayed my hand, allowing her to tell her story. She spoke of her lord Nupraptor, driven to insanity by the brutal slaying of his beloved Ariel. She spoke of his self-mutilation, sewing his eyes and lips shut to deny the outside world. Fueled by despair and hopelessness, he turned his magic on the circle, infecting their minds with his madness. Nupraptor cared for nothing now, save his pathetic self-pity. Scars such as hers would never heal. Death would only be a mercy.
Oh, thank God. I don't feel so bad for draining her at first sight now.
The cretin squandered life and left it seeping on the floor. Such waste was a travesty. Perhaps Nupraptor needed to be taught a lesson as to the value of blood.
These little clown guys, as you can tell, keep spawning those two mobs. So they're a bit of a pain. Not sure what that's supposed to represent, but hey ho, in we go. They remind me of the Pied Piper for some reason. I suppose that's the intent. Except those are some bloody big rats. Of course, stuff with black blood damaging you if you try and drink it, so... Oh, nice. So, we have 4 side sections here. Each one needs to be completed to light up the way forward. I think these are probably to be thought of as like some kind of a mental illusion more than anything. You walk your way through on the light paths. Have a wiggle about at the end, see if you can find where the switch is. Come on. There we go. As puzzles go, it's not really the hardest one you've ever come across. Still, I shouldn't really complain about easy puzzles. Nothing worse than standing and scratching your head for days. Bloody hell, it's a long way. Oh well. Not too far to go by the looks of it. I'm sure we can manage just fine. I've now just finished playing Soul Reaver 2 as well, so I've got all the footage ready for it. It's quite funny really how much detail there is the further you make your way through the games and how many back references there are as well. Ooh shit, that's a lot of rats. Oh well. I suppose 2 hits really doesn't count as much. Yeah, I noticed a couple of references back to Nupraptor and also to Malik. You might remember from the opening video, the dude had his soul ripped out of his body and stuck in some armour. There's even a nice little cutscene as to why he was late. I'll not give anything away other than that. I just thought it was kind of interesting. I'd forgotten about it, to be fair.
When conjured, the energy bank permits me access to mass amounts of magical energy for a brief period of time. However, when the moment passes, I will be drained of all magic, unable to cast even the simplest of spells.
The energy bank spell will come in really handy later on. There are quite a few items which use up mana like, well, nobody's business, and it gives you an unlimited amount of mana for a certain amount of time, but afterwards it does drain it. So thankfully you can use them one after another to just kind of cheese it. But it is worth hanging on to those if you can.
VAE VICTAS!
There is also some armour and weaponry later on in the game which uses mana, so there's some battles where those So there are some battles where you'll really need those energy banks. Oh great, another bloody spike puzzle with the dog. Wonderful. He who cannot be controlled. Oh shit. He's too big for one spot. Spikes appearing under his ass. Oh, come on. Oh, get off the bloody thing. The area that defines the sprite's a little bit too big. It's better with Kain, you can obviously see he walks on one square. Anyway, all 4 areas done. Further in we go. And at this point we're actually in the scull part of Nupraptor's retreat that you remember me showing you earlier. That's a jawbone just beneath us. We'll come up to the eyes in a little bit. There's a bit of a trick with those. It's worth a look. One item always flaming.
VAE VICTAS!
There we go, feed me. Good lad.
VAE VICTAS!
Bugger. Trapped. Unfortunately, the way the knockback mechanics work, you can get kind of trapped in the corner as well. I'm not selling the game entirely, but you do have to take into consideration the age.
You cannot see my plight, for I have so sharp.
Can't remember whether that's actually Ariel's voice or not. I suppose it would make sense if it was. Okay, so the 2 eyes.
From the depths of the retreat's eye sockets, I viewed Nosgoth in a different fashion. The glass seemed to warp the image and taint the color. As if Nosgoth needed assistance in making its corruption apparent.
So from the left-hand side, you see corrupt Nosgoth. The glass actually changes the world outside. And on the right,
Should this object strike an enemy, rot and decay would instantly eat their flesh and leave only a pool of blood and tissue. For a time after, the toxins are still active and therefore lethal to the touch.
nice. Just the kind of thing you want to be watching when you're eating. Okay, that's his nose unblocked and his 2 eyes cleared. Move up a little bit, see if we can get into the brain. Take care of the old duffer himself. I have a little quick save here. On the off chance that I fluffed this up badly. And there we go, all saved up and ready to go.
So, Malik, have you come to fail the circle once more? Leave, Paladin. I do not need your protection. Come, Kain. Come, share my pain.
Okay, so that was Malik and the Nupraptor, who's kind of a bit feeble. Kain should be slightly ashamed at killing him.
So, this was the mentalist Nupraptor, this broken, pathetic little man. Yet crippled as he was, he would not yield without battle. Very well, old fool. If it is death you seek, I will not deny you.
Obviously green ones don't fade, purple ones do, so make your way through the purple bits and hit them a couple of times really. They'll change direction, just repeat in the opposite direction and you'll be fine. Not really too difficult at the moment. Couple of spike pits being added in. It does make things a little bit more complicated, especially when you get in situations like that. Or you could just walk into the green ones and kind of ignore the whole damn thing. Ooh. Okay. I'm guessing those are going to go at cardinal points, so we'll want to watch ourselves. Sneak in a hit in between them. Oh bugger, that's it. Fair enough.
Perhaps the head of her beloved will convince Ariel that I have accomplished my task.
Shit, there must be a spike pit underneath them. Oh well. I suppose that's one way to give her head, but... Oh, I know, it's really bad. Sorry.
The mace is amongst my most useful of weapons, for it merely stuns my victims, allowing me ample time to feed.
Mace is pretty useful, as he says, it does stun them, which allows you a lot more time to feed. You don't have to go through the full amount of attacks to get them stunned. It stuns them a hell of a lot earlier. The other side effect is you can smack down these things. There were a few in the town down beneath, and we also need to break a couple to get into the next section, so pretty handy little weapon. But for now, I think we're going back to the pillars. for a little bit of a flight in the old bat form. But God knows how he managed to carry that head whenever he's just a couple of little bats.
I placed Nupraptor's head before the pillar of the mind, and watched on as it dissolved into the stone. The pillar accepted its offering. Thus, it was restored. Nupraptor was but the genesis. Forever tainted by his madness, the circle was beyond redemption. For them, absolution lay only in death. In me, they would find their deliverance. But first I had to defeat their shepherd. Malek, defender of the Nine, lay in a keep to the far north, past Vassabunt. It was time for me to test the wrath of the Pillar of Conflict.
Death in the circle breathes life to the pillars. For every pillar there is a token. Only with these shall they be restored. But to reach a warrior, you must first breach his ward. Find Malek and destroy him. Only then will the circle fall.
So next time, we start our journey towards Malek. See you then.